Hey guys, I thought I'd just touch on something I said the other day on the radio about the impact of the highway and flooding. I've got to talk up, I'm not shouting, I'm just right next to the highway now. And I thought I'd just let people know what I meant by the microcosm of the problems that were faced in the highway can actually be extrapolated up, and we can see them potentially as being what happened with the major flooding. So I'll just point something out. If you see behind me here, there's a normal culvert. That's a standard size culvert for a small catchment. There's nothing radical about it. It's not one of those big culverts you can drive a truck through. It's a very small catchment. It's probably only a couple of hectares behind me. But if you look here, I'll show you those culverts run right up there, those furthest trees you can see, and they run all the way up the highway. And those trees that you can see there are still in this same catchment. Multiple different culverts, but all of them are coming out right here where I'm standing. So I'll just walk down here and I'll show you the problem that I had. If I can stand on these rocks, all of that water from all of that land that is concentrated and coming through multiple of those big culverts discharges there. That's it. So all of that water's got to get through there, and very early on the landholders did have a problem with this. They said, what if your retention basins and other things fail? And remember, we're after 2019, we went through the fires. They're saying there'll be a huge amount of debris will come down. It'll make it through these much larger culverts and then just get jammed here. I'm gonna fall in a minute. So that was a problem, it was a concern. And in 2020, when we had the rain event, this entire area got washed away. These culverts ended up down the creek. Now the contractor, to their credit, was very quick on that, and they put a concrete apron over the entire thing. However, the problem I actually have with it now is that even with this concrete apron, sure, the water will just go over, it'll be fine. But have a look downstream. This is where the data for downstream and the maximum amount of water that can get away is very important. There is no way that the water that comes through dozens of those pipes, through all of that land, that has all this massive area to come across here, can get away in that little creek. And so what happens, it backs up the whole way along the highway, and those farms there, the bottom of all those farms, are the ones that were inundated. They were the first farms that I came across that had lost their crops. The inundation was much longer than it should have been, and it started making me realize that potentially there's a big problem with this. So I hope you found that interesting. I hope I explained that all right. And if you have any questions, just reach out. All right, thanks team.